Always one of Jackanory's stalwart supporters, Williams agreed to judge the programme's writing competitions for children. Thousands of budding authors entered in the hope of getting their stories read out on air.
When the 1975 story writing competition was announced, I immediately grasped this as my great opportunity to show what I could do, to do some writing which, who knows, may even win. And I used as my inspiration for the story an article that my dad had read out to us from his copy of The Guardian, and it was about somebody, one of those stories about somebody finding a relic or going into a junk shop and paying very little for something that turned out to be worth a lot of money, and that grabbed my imagination. And within a few weeks I'd had a letter saying that I'd won it.
His winning entry, entitled The Rag and Bone Man, was read by Kenneth Williams in December 1975. Sadly, the broadcast was wiped, but David made sure he had his own recording.
I remember vividly the day of the broadcast. I got my dad to borrow a portable tape recorder, and I held this thing up to the television, and I said, "You must be quiet, nobody make a sound."
"What is it?" asked Arthur. "It's one of your Egyptian mummies there, that is," replied the Rag and Bone Man. "Oh, it's just what I want. How much?"
Remember thinking vividly, he's not doing the right voices, because I heard Spike Milligan's voice or Harry Seacon's voice for all these characters, and I knew exactly how the lines should be said. And he was doing all these other camp voices, and I didn't like it. I thought, no, that's wrong.
"Blimey," said Arthur, "it must be worth a fortune." The mummy opened its eyes and looked at Arthur and said, "Yes, I should think I am."
I was going to a Birmingham comprehensive school in the mid-1970s, and I was now linked with the campest man in England.
Eventually, David Benson overcame his embarrassment and became an actor and professional Kenneth Williams impersonator. He relives his Jackanory experience in his one-man show.
Everywhere I went, I had these great yobs coming up to me and going, "Jackanory, Jackanory," all through the lunch hour, "Jackanory, Jackanory," all through the football lesson. Even the football teacher was doing it eventually. I began to wish I'd never heard of the bloody programme.
It was the first time I realised that you could actually just sit down and out of thin air make up a story that would win a prize and would be listened to by children your own age all over the country. And I think maybe perhaps that was the beginnings of my real yearnings to be an actor or to perform or to be a writer or whatever. I think really, it was a key turning point in my life.